number 2 for the SAS College Rugby League Pennant Final between Southern Cross Campus and Manurewa High School. I'm Corey Rosser, joined in commentary for this match by Troy Hardy. Troy, the wind has died down a little, I think, from that first game. Not quite the cold breeze whipping across the field that was, but still pretty testing conditions here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, mate. I think it's just shifting around a wee bit, and just as we say that, there's another breeze that's just come up. Look, a couple of bits of gust. I'd say she'd be 10 to 15 gusting. Looking at the instruments here, Manurewa lining up. I'm picking in the gold, and the teams here will sort of get ready to face towards the screen here, as our guys from SouthernCrossVManurewa will be streaming live today, not just here and around Auckland, around New Zealand and around the world. If you are coming through the aucklandleague.co.nz website, and the guys are getting ready now. Corey kind of likes that. We're throwing in a wee bit of WWE because the wrestling's on down here today, I believe, at Victor Arena. And I dare say they'll be going live around the world as well. But they won't bring as much excitement as what we're about to see here, Corey, in regards to the rugby league match. And I'm going to hand over to Corey Rosser as the referee. Looks like young Antoinette's down there now having the conversation around flipping coins and getting ready for making the call. Over to Corey. Corey, way ripping, son.
We'll run you through the team list for today's SAS College Rugby League Pennant Final, starting with Manurewa High School. At the back, Korinito Siulala. The wingers, Senitura Saivasi and Poa Tavita Veliavoa Anai. And your centres, Uasi Fuilala and Joseph Tolifua. The halves, Jonti Timoti and Nico Moala. And in the front row, Viliami Sio and Mutu Matalave. The hooker, Josiah Ru. And the back row, Anthony Diaz, Sam Nata and Sam Schwalger. And your bench made up of Tyrone Sio, Ioane Nora and Nasser Mughal. We'll take you through their opponents today. Southern Cross Campus. At the back, Samuela Fisi-Tyler. The wingers, Lopesi Tamala and Felipe Fiso. The centres, Whanua Tohi and Siavi Togoya. Your halves, Chaz Naha and Arapita Baka. In the front row, Asgar Limafa, joined by Philip Saliva. And the number 9, the hooker, Samuela Lohungoa. In the back row, Darren Fakatava. Number 12, Nito Kairua. And the 13, Kaiko Tagoya. And your bench made up of Mavai Manukia, Rudy Sifa, Bill Saliva, and David Finau.
Well, I think there are a couple of tongue twisters in there for you today, Corey. And it's good that you're bilingual. And now we're breaking into a couple of songs down there as the boys are starting to get ready for the big match. And this is a big to-do for any college team, you know, getting to the grand finals, school song, you know, the brotherhood that they all have. And it was just fantastic at the end of the last match that's just been played, where both teams all came together. They all interlocked arms. They wished each other, you know, all the best. Count of 3 brothers, and everybody did that. And, you know, it was just fantastic to see, man. And then they all walked across to the ceremony. And now there's a bit of passion as we get ready for the number 2 game for this evening, brought to you by SAS Sporting Apparel and our associate sponsors, Hayden and Roller. Fantastic. Crowd's also filled up over there on the far side. Got a few banners out now, and a few more people turning up after school. And if you listen quietly, by that pitch, I'd say there'd be a few girlfriends here as well, Corey. A few of the girls have turned up to wish the boys all the best.
Yeah, plenty of girlfriends, mums, partners, aunties, nieces. Of course, shout out to the ladies involved in our game. We celebrated the Women League round last week. So a big shout out to all the women involved in our game, whether you're a player, a coach, an avid supporter, an administrator. We appreciate.
Or whether you're a good,
efforts.
solid mum taking your child to the game week in and week out. So the challenge has been nailed, and great to see Antoinette down there, and it looks like there's a haka getting laid down. She's making sure that it goes no further than where it needs to be. Linesmen are brought in.
And what a fantastic way to start this match. A passionate haka from the Southern Cross boys. We'll let you enjoy the vision.
Just probably, let's not get too close there, gentlemen. There's a couple of likely pats there, and I don't know how well that's going to go down. And I'm not talking Pat Carthy, just quietly.
Well, I'm pleased that one's over without incident. They did get a little fiery there, but great to see passion from both sides, and we trust that they channel that in the correct direction. So well done to both sides there for their show of respect to each other. And we prepare to get underway here. And Troy, I get the feeling there may be a little heat in the first hit up.
Well, I reckon there's going to be some fireworks, maybe a little sparkler. For those who don't know what a sparkler is, it's a little wee shiny instrument that your 5-year-old holds at the end of her hands on a safe night out. And for all the old crew who knew about thunderbolts and double happies, well, there might be a little tom thumb that might go off in about the next 5 seconds. So, teams are getting ready. Manurewa's kicking off.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Manurewa preparing to get us underway. Southern Cross to receive first use of the ball, and it's a driven kick down towards the 20, and big first contact as we anticipated, in the crowd driving every...
This is going to be an exciting day, folks. Exciting game. It's also an exciting day.
Everyone's excited. So good line speed early on from Manurewa. A couple of big physical hits early on. We'll need to make sure they keep it under control, though, and keep that discipline at the same time. The good carry out of yardage. We apologise if we can't bring you the shirt numbers. The Manurewa side have adopted the white number on the yellow jersey, which in the dark is not too easy to spot. So we'll do our best to identify the players along the way for you.
Good move to the shift to the edge here.
Yeah, space out there on the left edge, well contained in the end. A little second effort from the tackle. Bill spilt out, and it is in fact a strip. So first penalty, Manurewa with the strip.
Antoinette's not having any of that, so she's handed out a bit of punishment there as we get a little bit of a kick for the line. And kicking into the wind, if you have just joined us here at Mount Smart number 2 on the live stream, the wind's blowing left to right, and we're getting ready now as Manurewa get into the defence line. And Corey's gone and got a big eyeball, and he's going to try and do the best he can with seeing if we can't get a couple of numbers back here in regards to the commentary box on where we're situated.
So Southern Cross now working it in to the Manurewa attacking 20. And a great opening opportunity for them to build some pressure, perhaps force a repeat set, or even try their luck for an early try. It's a good tackle out wide, a driving tackle.
They went to the back door. Manurewa read that well.
So back towards the sticks they go now. Southern Cross charging it forward, and a second penalty. So this is really going to put some pressure on Manurewa. Back-to-back penalties. The captain wants a word with the ref, but she says, hey, you know what you're doing, back we go, and we'll get back underway.
Quick tap with a drop goal. Too soon? Probably too soon.
Possibly. Unless you're a mind reader and, or shall I say a fortune teller who can tell what's going to happen at the end of this game. So Manurewa now up against their own line, and Southern Cross with a good carry forward by Kako Togoa, a New Zealand under-16 representative.
Centres. And they don't know. Yeah, they've repelled them.
So pushed back and now head out towards the left. It's a sloppy one through the legs. It's picked up. But Southern Cross recover well. So dangerous times there for Southern Cross.
Patience.
Back towards the middle of the park now, and Manurewa ruck it out. It's a good first up contact, as I hear my commentator next to me grimace looking at the contact. The head back now towards the prop. Someone's headgear's down and back play. They're missing, and there's a penalty there. So 3 penalties in the opening 4 minutes of this one. Some poor discipline, Troy, perhaps due to that fiery start.
So Manurewa going for the line. They just need to have a wee bit of patience now. Everyone get, kick could have been a little bit better maybe. And that's just landed down here in front of us in the commentary stand. Somebody's coming off the main track to pick the ball up. Southern Cross getting into shape now. And ball slowly coming back out onto the field.
So Manurewa now to start this one from just short of the halfway line. And the first hit up there, I believe, from the number 14 for Manurewa. That's Tyrone Sewer. Out towards the left. Up over the 40 now. So Manurewa making some good yardage on these early tackles in this set. Out towards the left edge now, and they put on a little bit of a set play. Run through the back there. No problem with the obstruction, and there's space on the left edge, but it looks like the ball may have spilt out. Play on is the call.
Looked dangerous there on that left edge then. They were running free. Timed pass well. Let's see what the final execution looks like.
So they head out towards the right edge, and no, in fact, it's a dummy, and they go left, and they're in space here, and Manurewa will score first. We wait for confirmation from Antoinette Mudford. Points to the spot, so Manurewa, great start for them, scoring on their first set. And Troy, you saw there just a little dummy out of dummy half towards the right. The Southern Cross defenders committed, and they went left. Great work from Manurewa, 4-0.
Yep, and here comes the song, and everyone's starting to fire up. Great day down here at Mount Smart number 2. If you're still out and about or just knocked off work, come down and join us. It's only $2 to get in. There's fresh coffee being ground up over there by the baristas, and also a food cart that's open. Be a hell of a lot better than watching what's on TV, I can assure you that. And we've still got the big match to come, the grand final of the SAS College Rugby League. And as Corey just said only moments ago, Manurewa go in over there on the left-hand edge. And big kick out there wide. Wind probably going to assist him if you're I'm pretty sure he's right-footed. Yep.
Yeah, this will be a tricky one from out there on the corner of the field.
We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. So the flashlights are going off, and he struck that well and waved away.
Just away to the front of the post there. So Manurewa 4, Southern Cross 0 to start this match. A positive start for Manurewa after an opening set where they conceded a couple of penalties and were forced to absorb some defensive pressure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're singing over there, but I'm damn sure it ain't. We've got the Pikachu down here at Mount Smart number 2. I think all the Pikachus have been picked up by your mates, Corey.
I was just going to ask, actually, Troy, if you'd been Pokemon hunting before setting up the fields today, but there you go. So if you are coming down, don't bother opening up your Pokemon Go app. There's nothing down here.
Big fella's already tackled them. They've gone.
The place has been stripped. What we do have down here, though, is an absolute feast of SAS College Rugby League action as we wait a little stoppage in play here. I think the ball may have been left down in the in-goal area by the look of it, so the number 2 for Southern Cross.
Another ball going out from the match manager's desk.
Lopesi Tamala tracks back 50 metres to regather it, and then puts it.
These balls are the official NRL balls used, symmetry balls. And they are a major sponsor of the Auckland Rugby League, brought to you by Steeden. And we're very fortunate to have them on board as well. So the official balls for the Auckland Rugby League, the College Rugby League, and the SAS Fox Memorial, along with the Crown Lift Shaman trucks, are sponsored. Second division is Steeden football.
So a tackle out there wide and a little bit of swinging handbags afterwards. And we may have a penalty at the end of this. We'll wait for confirmation from our referee. So Troy, certainly a scrappy one to start this match. Plenty of passion from both sides, and they possibly haven't been able to channel it in the best way so far.
And I think also too a little bit of nerves, you know, they come down. I think the crowd certainly played a part of this game. Corey, you know, they've got here just after time. They were in fine song. They've certainly had a wee bit of volume and added a wee bit of flavour to the game. And you know, for any grand final for the young fellas, it certainly changes the way that they think as they get ready to sort of settle in. Here we go.
So a good carry out wide, and it's a good offload, and the number 2 is into space. This is Lopesi Tamala. ducks back inside, probably smartly away from the sideline, and it was good play set up well by Siavi Togoa, and from memory he was included in the SAS College Rugby League Team of the Year last year. A really talented young centre who is signed up, or has played for counties, I should say, sorry. In the meantime, a dart out of dummy half, looks like he's just short, so camped up against their own line once again. Manurewa, Southern Cross head back towards the sticks. A bit of footwork there from the big number 16. He may have got over. I think we still play on.
No, she's called it short. Got him back to play the ball. Manurewa have to defend well here. Good line speed. Up.
So the ball spills out towards the right edge, and it's again a good tackle from Manurewa to hold them out. Dummy half dart here. Good attention to detail. They've held them out, and that will be it. Last tackle, hand over ball. So well done to Manurewa defending that set there where they came under a whole lot of pressure and were camped up against their line. So that's a good response, and probably the second time in this match we've seen them under some real defensive pressure.
Now let's see how much composure Manurewa have. So nice little settle. Just one off the ruck. See who's putting the hand up for the work. This is where the grind comes in.
So good contact there from Southern Cross, driving him back to 20 metres out from the line. So not a lot of yardage on offer in this set. Manurewa head out towards that left edge, and it's into some good space here. And now there is space well out on the left here. I think this may be the winger. Chips ahead of him. It's a pure foot race now. The number 1 coming across for Southern Cross will clean it up, gets there just in time. So a big defensive
Fabulous
play
attack
from the fullback. Samuela Fisitala saves the day for Southern Cross, and after initially I think it may have been Poasa Tavita Valuva Anai broke down the left, dribbled the ball back inside, a tongue twister for us out there on the left flank.
No, you're doing well, Corey, you're doing well.
But a great defensive play from the Southern Cross fullback to get there.
The Southern Cross fullback, Fisitala. Great cover. Oh, big D. There's the no argument.
And now a dummy half dart there now. 30 metres out from the line, Manurewa putting plenty of pressure on this Southern Cross lineup. Back towards the sticks, and it's a big carry from, it looks like, the number 8, Viliami Shia. And Southern Cross have forced the error by the looks of things. So great work from Southern Cross. We've seen some really good defensive plays early on from both of these teams. And Southern Cross regain control of the ball there with a crunching hit, forces the mistakes.
So we've been up and down the field, and I don't know whether anyone's actually really dominating at this point. I think there's been a couple of opportunities that both teams have seized, and it'll be interesting to see who gets the roll on. Let's see what the big boys can do now for Southern Cross as they start to get their set of 6 underway, and the referee's blowing them up.
Yeah,
inside the 10, I should say.
Inside the 10 there, just sneaking up, trying to get the shot on, and it cost them. So Manurewa, that is their 4th penalty they've given away in this match, so just need to watch that discipline early on. Southern Cross kick for touch, and it'll go up over, so they'll start this set inside attacking territory. Sounds like we've got a motorbike in the microphone room here at Mount Smart Stadium. Not too sure what's going on there, but
that might be Gary over there on a
firing up his Harley,
or standing next to an electric fence. So the ball gets fired back onto the field. Manurewa have an opportunity to have a wee bit of a breather. And here we go.
So a shift out towards the right, and number 10 for Southern Cross, Philip Saliva dummies and then goes himself. He's a big unit. I'm sure we'll see plenty of him today as they head out now towards the right-hand side of the field.
Oh, sloppy play the ball.
Yeah, just those little attention to detail once again, Troy. We saw plenty of them in the first game, and just simple errors that are going to be costly in this one.
It's good to have the little fella down here next to me. I can shield him now, keep him nice and warm.
Speaking of big units, we've got one coming on now in the shape of the number 15 for Manurewa, Tyrone Siwa. In the headgear, see what he can do, packing down into the front row in this first scrum. So Rewa to get the feed. Of course, Manurewa have brought through a couple of really talented players of late, most notable being Aaron Clark, who's playing for the Vodafone Warriors under-20s and their reserve grade team as well, and in fact got his first cap for Samoa earlier in the year in the mid-year test against Tonga. So Aaron making a great start to his career. Eagle-eyed viewers will know him as the son of former Silver Fern Timapara George. And great to see another of these College Rugby League, SAS College Rugby League athletes going on to bigger and better things, as Manurewa now attack the line. And again, there's plenty of contact in the tackles and plenty to say afterwards as well. They head out towards the left. This is the number 7, Nico Moala, directing traffic, comes out towards the left edge, but Southern Cross with big impact. The tackle's not complete, they keep going, the crowd really riding this one. Great atmosphere down here, Troy.
You say that again.
And now it's the big fella we mentioned, the 15, Tyrone Siwa. Defense chant going up, plenty of Southern Cross faithful here to watch this one. 15 metres out from their line, and defense is exactly what they're getting, a good tackle. Back towards the middle now, Moala directing traffic. Nice little duck back inside. Manurewa, those halves, they look dangerous when they take the ball to the line, but it's spilt and danger over.
They actually were moving quite good there as unison. Looked like the halves are all going to shift to the left-hand side, and then as you said, they just dropped the ball, and we've got big settles now. They're making a few yards there. I think this is coming up third. Another dummy half run. Yeah,
a bit of one-out stuff there from Southern Cross, not wanting to chance around too much in attacking territory. Well, we may see an early kick here. We'll see what happens. Is a big contact.
Great tackle.
Great around the legs there, and knocked him to the ground. All very well going for the legs, but you've got to get him to ground. He did just that. Great work, and a kick out of dummy half from the number 6 for Southern Cross. It's Chaz Nahi. Down towards Manurewa, and they work it out now, and the chase is pretty good from Southern Cross. A bit of a staggered line, which allows
Manurewa taking their time to get back on side as well. You know, they need to be pumping up a bit of energy there, and a few of the big guns are still getting on side. Somebody's got to put their hand up now and get a wee bit of a roll on. They've got to get deep. Still looking a little bit untidy. Manurewa now starting to shift it a wee bit to coming back towards the commentary box.
That's the one they wanted. That's the penalty. And a couple of words from the Manurewa player as well. So, Troy, there's plenty of bite in this one.
Yeah, I think he was inviting him over for a barbecue after the game, Corey. Nothing there. Nothing in that. Few American hot dogs after the game.
So the kick for touch hits the running track here at Mount Smart Stadium, number 2. As we look over the back there, and we see the teams warming up for the big one today, the SAS College Rugby League Grand Final between St. Paul's College and Wesley College. Going to be a huge game.
Really looking forward to that. That's going to be fantastic. And just as Corey said, the ball going over onto the running track there, running track Olympics, Sonny Bill Williams. Get better, get well. Everyone's behind you, mate, and sorry about the Achilles, man.
Back towards the centre of the park now, and a good carry from the 11
Great
for
carry.
Rewa.
Oh.
Anthony Diaz, he may have got all the way. The ball has spilt out. We wait for confirmation from our referee today. There's a bit of chat going on between the boys, but I think we're going to come back for a knock-on.
No, and the celebration's over.
Yeah, so the ball did spill out there at the end, but like you say, Troy, it was a great carry from Anthony Diaz, a spirited carry towards the line there, got over the line, but then the ball spilt out, so Southern Cross will get the feed of the ball here. And you imagine there may be a bit of chatter going on in this scrum as well. The big boys are fired up today. So Southern Cross to pack down, loose head and feed, they head out, one out. Soanga with the big first carry, and it's a good first carry.
Right,
Draws
mate.
on a number of Manurewa defenders, and now straight away you can see Rewa short on that left edge, and that is exactly where Southern Cross are going to visit. Step back inside there. Good first up contact though from Manurewa. Again, I'll say it again, the defence from both these teams impressive so far. Dummy half dart there, just trying to catch the mark. He makes about 10 before he's tackled just short of the halfway line. 6 minutes remaining in this first half of the SAS College Rugby League Pennant Grand Final. Of course, this is the second tier. Out on the left there, and the number 2, Lepesi Tamala, got into a bit of space, Troy, but just dropped the ball around the legs there. He did his best to hang on to it, but in the end just drops it.
Again, not sure what happened there. She's called it knock on both ways. The young winger there may have had a bit of a fumble and just, you know, lay on the ball, and she didn't. No, it's going to be a restart with a scrum and another chant from the far side.
And it's one of the real highlights of this SAS College Rugby League school footy. The spirit shown by the students, the songs, everything that goes on in a game. The crowd get right behind it, and it's great to see another good turnout today. And of course, if you are thinking of coming down for the big one, the big decider, free entry if you're in your school uniform, $2 otherwise. Get down here, it's cold, but the action's hot. And we're set for a fantastic game as Manurewa break out on the left-hand side, and they're into a little bit of space here. Cut back inside, tackled about 20 metres short of the line, but Southern Cross struggling to get back. There's no one out here on the right edge, but a man down.
It's going to take a wee bit of time getting to his feet. There was an opportunity there. Manurewa was spread to the right side here where the commentary box is. They had good numbers.
And that's the winger down for Manurewa, Senituri Saivasi. Doesn't look like it's too serious, I think. Maybe a bit of a knock to the leg.
Starting to get their shape back too, Corey. That looks like that's just given them enough to get a wee bit more disciplined and organised. And speaking of discipline and organised, Tale Anderson from the Auckland Rugby League has arrived, and we're very proud to be working alongside Tale as she's getting a few photos off for the Grassroots magazine. And good to see you back, Tale, or Tale, depending on which part of the village you come from. Back to Corey now as the bit of first aid requirements taken down there, and the chance back up again.
And tough to get a read on this game so far. Both sides have had their chances, but some good defence from both outfits so far has kept them out 4-0 with 4 minutes to go in this SAS College Rugby League Pennant Grand Final, brought to you in association with Hayden and Rollitt. A big thank you to our sponsors, and also the Auckland Rugby League Board of Directors for making this live stream possible. As we get play back underway, Manurewa now attack out towards the left. And it's a driving tackle, and he loses 10 on it.
And Tale's just joined us here from sideline. Can you tell us what's the weather, what's the conditions like down there?
Oh, it's really cold and windy.
It's certainly quite brisk up here. In regards to the players that are on sideline, how do you think they're bearing up?
I'm sure they're feeling the chill, but that's all right. They'll get on the field and get warm soon.
Good.
So Manurewa now at the play of the ball, they head back towards the right, and it's the big fella just fresh onto the field, the number 15, Tyrone Siwa. He's crashed over the line. We wait for confirmation. There's plenty of cheers going on, and indeed it is a try. So Manurewa double their lead, 8 points to 0 with 3 minutes remaining. And they're just a simple one-out play to Tyrone Siwa, charges over the line and doubles the advantage for Manurewa High School. Kick to come from in front of the posts.
Oh, I reckon you could kick this one, Corey.
It's not get too carried away, Troy.
I could see
not noted for my goal kicking.
Mate, that close, I'd put money on you, no problem. Gary Whittle's our ground announcer here today. He's the Auckland Rugby League president, and well known around the traps for doing lots of announcing for the Auckland Rugby League matches, not just here at the college, but also at the SAS Fox Memorial, and of course the Crown Lift Truck Sharman Cup.
And conversion successful from in front of the sticks, so 10 points to 0. Manurewa High School leads Southern Cross campus with 2 minutes remaining in this first half at Mount Smart Stadium, number 2.
And we're just trying to explain to Tale that there's only 2 minutes to go in the half, and I'll then have a quick look at her camera. as she's wanting to get a couple more action shots down there for the Grassroots magazine, which comes out on live through the aucklandleague.co.nz website, and make sure you subscribe. Also, join us on the Twitter and the Facebook for a like and a share. That would be manners.
And if you're free at half-time, don't be shy. Bring a hot chocolate up to the boys in the commentary box. We're up in the John Walker Lounge. The cameraman says he wants one as well. And,
Southern Cross get ready to kick off.
And it's a towering kick down towards the left, and this will be a tricky one, but it's fielded well by Manurewa. The big fella picks it up and says, "I'll go myself," breaks through the first line, tackled in the end well by, I believe, his opposite number, Aska Limafa, a Counties Manukau Stingray under-18s player. So Manurewa now bringing it off the back fence, and there's a couple of good carries to start this one. We've got 1 minute and 40 left in this match. Big contact there, led by the 10 for Southern Cross, Philip Saliva.
Big holes in amongst the referee there.
Yeah, that's right, Troy, and as the old tale goes, always run towards the referee. It's human nature that there will be a bit of a gap there. It's just a personal space thing, really, isn't it? And for whatever reason, there tends to be a gap there around the A and B markers, where you can make a bit of yardage. So good work there from Manurewa, and a decent little kick at the end of it. It doesn't go deep, but it's a completed set. That's the important thing with 1 minute to go. If they defend this set, they go into half-time, you would think, with a 10-0 lead. As Southern Cross now look to counter, and Southern Cross, well, they've thrown plenty at Manurewa so far. This has not been a one-sided affair at all. At 10-0, it's probably a fair reflection of the game, but it's wide open as we count down into the final 40 seconds of this one. 40 metres out from the line. Southern Cross work it out. This is the big number 11, Darren Whakatava, with a good carry out towards the left. And
great fend.
a bit of a difference between our shot clock here at Mount Smart Stadium and the official match manager's clock. And I believe that may be half-time, or we've got a penalty. So a penalty to finish this half. And Troy, you would think you take the 2 here, don't you? And indeed they do. Smart call for you.
Smart call for you too, Corey. Well done. So as they get prepared to take the kick at goal, I think it's come at the correct time for Southern Cross. They were looking a little bit dejected. The body language was down, heads were down, and I think they need to come into this break to get re-energised. Certainly get some chatter happening around the team. They're going to have the wind at their back in the second half, Corey, and I think that may help them just a little bit. And at this stage, you know, whilst it's all been Manurewa with a couple of great tries out there on the left-hand edge, I don't think we're over yet. You know, there's a few minutes left in the match.
So your goal kicker, Siavi.
A few seconds left in this first half, I should say.
So good. This will be the last play of the half. So Southern Cross with the chance to go in at 10-2 down rather than 10-0. The kick is good, and that will get us to half-time. So Manurewa High School enjoying a 10-2 lead at the break over Southern Cross campus in the SAS College Rugby League Pennant Grand Final, brought to you in association with Hayden and Rollitt. We'll join you for the second half in a few minutes.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Corey. Thank you very much, Auckland Rugby League. And if you have joined us, you know, we've got a good second half coming up as we lead into the big match for the SAS College Rugby League Championship Grand Final. And we're going to see a massive game here today at Mount Smart number 2. So make sure you get down to see this.